Hey everyone, it's Pixelade here and welcome back to the channel. I'm here with another PARALIVES Q&A update / discussion video. Now I have a lot of tweets for you guys, but before we jump into things, I just want to give a shout out to the developer Leia. I went on her Twitter account this morning just to see if there were any more tweets to add for this video, and there were, by the way. And she made a post yesterday, actually, April 28th, tweeting every time, and it's a meme that says, "When Pixelade releases a video, brace yourselves, questions are coming." I don't know who made this. I don't know if someone made this for her or if she made this herself, but I just wanted to send you love and just let you know that I am very sorry for the amount of questions that come your way because of me and my videos. I'm very sorry about that. You guys watching this, if you have a Twitter account, please take a second and pause this video, go on Twitter and tweet Leia a lovely message showing how much you appreciate her, and make sure you let her know that I sent you. I just don't want her to hate me because of these videos. Like, I'm the reason why her mentions are blowing up and I feel so terrible. But Leia, if you're watching, we love you, I love you, and I seriously appreciate everything that you're doing on this game. You guys are such hard workers, and not just you, but also Roxanne and Alex. So thank you, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now with that out of the way, we're going to jump into the Q&A. I've compiled about 15 questions to include in this video, and we kick things off with Emily Rodriguez. They tweet, "Roxanne, Alex, and Leia, I know this is a small gameplay detail, but if parents are to be separated / divorced and have children, will they be able to have their kids at times, like custody sharing? If not, I'd totally understand. Keep up the good work." Leia responds, "I think that it can bring a lot to the game, not confirming, but I really like the idea." I really wanted to include this because this is a big thing for family-oriented players. For those of you out there just like me, one of the main reasons I play The Sims is to basically create a big family and to play it through multiple generations. Adding a feature like this would actually be pretty awesome because not every single couple that has kids stays together. Unfortunately, in my personal case as well, my parents did split up, and when I was younger growing up, I had to go visit my dad every other weekend, and sometimes there were custody issues, so that was a thing. Like, even if court isn't introduced, I still think that the idea of like custody sharing and custody battles would be really, really cool. It doesn't even have to be anything complex either. It could just be a simple notification that pops up, and you know, if you agree to terms or whatever, then it will say, well, guess what? It is time for your parent to spend the week with their dad, and then they just disappear off the lot for a couple of days, then come back. It could be as simple as that, and I would be okay with it. Janina adds to the conversation, that could bring a law system and the possibility to a parent lose the ability to their children if they are proved to be unworthy. Okay, it's a lot, and I like the idea of that too. Hey, I'm so excited for the animals in PARALIVES, and as a horse girl, I would like to know if your horses just live in your garden or can live in a stable nearby where you go every day. Leia responds, we haven't started to work on horses, so more on that later. In case you don't know, horses are confirmed to come to the base game. The reason why I wanted to include this tweet is to give you an update on the progress of said feature. Leia confirms they haven't begun production on them yet. It's probably something that's going to be done later on in production. I know now that they're kind of focusing on creating the paras and working on developing the world and such, so I have no issue with that whatsoever. But when horses do come, guys, I'm pretty sure they're going to be detailed. Up next, Miguel on Twitter tweets, Leia, Roxanne, and Alex, will there be classic objects in the build and buy mode? Roxanne responds, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by classic objects, but probably. Miguel then responds, with classic objects, I mean old style furniture and objects, and Roxanne responds, yes then. So it's confirmed that old style furniture is coming to the game. I'm not sure exactly what that means. That could mean anything, but when I read old style furniture, I just think of like colonial contemporary. Like, do you know what I mean? Or are you guys thinking of something completely different? But basically we know that it's the opposite from modern furniture, so probably more contemporary stuff will be coming to the game, and that's a given. Yoru on Twitter tweets, Alex, Roxanne, and Leia, I was wondering how would cooking work? Like, would the pair of folk just go to the kitchen and cook, or would they need to get ingredients first, like going to the grocery store or something? Thank you for your hard work. Leia responds, I think for now both are possible. available. Stores are confirmed in the game, so you could go to the store and actually buy them. Maybe get things for a special recipe? Thank you for your support. Yes, I like that. Goose then adds to the conversation, can we have a system like The Sims 2, where we have to stock up our fridge if we want to cook? I think being able to add certain food you're running low on to a grocery list would be a cute detail, thanks. And Roxanne responds, possibly. It's a very common suggestion at this point. Okay, so not confirmed, not denied, but more than showing interest. She says, possibly. You guys, this is a big thing for me. I wanted this in The Sims 3. I wanted this in The Sims 4. And if this comes in PARALIVES, I'm going to be giddy. If you're interested in this kind of thing, please, please, please suggest it to the developers. I know the more you guys suggest it, the higher chance it will actually end up in a game, considering that Roxanne said it's a very common suggestion, so possibly. Really signifies that features that have a high demand have more of a chance to come. Up next, Brandy on Twitter tweets, Roxanne, is there going to be a memory system in PARALIVES? Roxanne responds, yes. That is 100% confirmed. I hope it's detailed like The Sims 3 and The Sims 2. I hope we have chronological memories that you can look back on, and I loved the feature in The Sims 3 with the scrapbook. Freg44 on Twitter tweets, Leia, Roxanne, and PARALIVES, hello. Will there be ladders that go to the second floor of a house? In case you want to build a really small home or a loft, but don't want to use big stairs, for example. I love your work. Can't wait for the game. And Roxanne responds, I think so. So it's probably going to come to the game. Ladders are another sought after feature, especially for tiny homes. Yes, configurable stairs and all that stuff is really nice, but even spiral staircases can take up a decent amount of room in the house. Ladders probably would only use 1 square grid space, instead of probably 4 to 6 for spiral stairs, possibly 8 to 10 for regular stairs. Maddie on Twitter tweets, Leia, Roxanne, and PARALIVES, hey, I was wondering if there will be random events, sport events, parties, Taco Tuesday, and a restaurant during your gameplay that your para folks can go to or get invited to. Very excited for the game to come out. Keep it up. Roxanne responds, we're considering it. We want neighborhoods to feel alive. Probably one of the most important things with a life simulation game, and one of the main reasons why I love The Sims 3 so much. Ignoring the fact that Sims 3 was open world, just being able to zoom out and seeing everything happen around you and you have no control over it, I love that. It really brought the worlds to life. The No Modder on Twitter tweets, Alex, Roxanne, and Leia, I heard somewhere that the language the Paras will speak will be similar to Animalese. Please say that's not true. It will be nearly impossible to express emotions that way. I'm really hoping for something similar to Simlish, and that's a really good point. I like Animalese. I think it's cute. We talked about this in a previous video, but I definitely understand where they're coming from when they say that it'll be impossible to express emotions, because a lot of stuff could actually sound the same. I do agree with that. Roxanne responds, the thing about Simlish is that it requires a lot of voice acting. That's very true. Emma adds to the conversation, in Animal Crossing, it works because there's talking animals in the game. I feel like it might be a bit out of place in a life simulation game. What direction are you guys thinking of going in? And that's a really good point, because obviously the Paras and PARALIVES aren't animals. They're humans, they're people. Roxanne responds, our current plan is computed voices. They wouldn't have to be high-pitched or speeded up like the Animal Crossing ones. To be honest, we've just not thought about it much so far. We're not there yet, and that's good. We can't rush them. We have to let them move at their pace. But I wanted to include this tweet because it can really start a discussion about what the voices should sound like. Plus, we have a bit more information on the subject. I could totally deal with Animal Crossing voices, just not pitched up so high, just like a regular pitch, or being able to lower them more. I think that could definitely work, but I see the potential issues that No Modder and Emma tweeted. Up next, Cat Lover on Twitter tweets, Roxanne, hi. I was wondering about teen para folks. Are we going to be able to decide their scholar life and how good their grades are? Will they have high school crushes and class friends? Will they be able to go to prom, homecoming, or attend other school events? We better have all of those things. Come on, we better. And if they don't, then that's fine, but as long as they come sometime in the future. And Deadly responds, what I would like would be the fact that their grades affect their future life and skills. Yes, please. Roxanne responds, my idea for that would be grades being directly related to skills. School wouldn't be its own abstract skill. Instead, it could build logic, literacy, /writing, etc. Carrie Love 94 on Twitter adds to the conversation, it would be nice if we could choose which kind of education we'd like to invest our kids in, and if that had a random generation of certain skills based on the what type of school they went to. I really miss the private school option from The Sims 2. Another amazing idea. Up next, and on Twitter asks Roxanne, will there be a secret story like Bella Goth in The Sims? Roxanne responds, we'll have pre-made characters and lores, not sure yet how overt it'll be. This was confirmed a while back. But don't worry guys, there will be folks, there will be townies pre-made in the game, and they will have their own stories. Hopefully it's similar to The Sims 2. I loved going into those games and just looking at the memories and really figuring out the plot and their life story based on that. An awkward equestrian on Twitter tweets, Alex, Roxanne, and Leia, I already know this question is gonna be about horses. I mean, look at the username. Will PARALIVES include equestrian sports like show jumping or racing? As a crazy horse girl that can't own horses in real life, I'd love to have lots of activities to do with horses like shows, training, taking care of them, and maybe even breeding. Oh yes! Roxanne responds, it's too early to say, but I imagine horse reproducing will be a thing at least. We're likely gonna need to consult horse people when we get there. And that's a good point. Gotta make sure that this is accurate. But for those of you wondering, yes, horse breeding will most likely be a thing in the game. Up next, Kiki Mood on Twitter tweets, PARALIVES, Leia, and Roxanne, hey there, I was wondering if we could get purses in game and maybe have thieves steal them and run away. Thank you for being super talented. Leia responds, hi, I would love to be able to have purses, backpacks, etc. for para folks. We still need to test it before confirming anything. If it works properly with the deformation system of the body, the animations. We don't want a bag that goes through the body at each steps. Yes, it literally has to animate with the para or else it'll clip. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever played with like custom bags and custom purses as mods for The Sims 4. I have back in my alpha CC days, but we won't talk about that because I pretend like those days never existed. But basically your sim is moving, they're animating, but the bag is like around their shoulder, coming down along their waist side, and it doesn't move. And as they animate and do different things, it just clips through their body and it looks so terrible. Like, I love the idea of having Sims and Paras hold bags, but if it's just going to be like a still object and clip through them as they move, then I kind of don't want it. But if it actually animates and flows with the body in the direction that they're moving, then I'm all for it. Up next, Simbox on Twitter tweets, Leia, hi, I have a few questions, but please don't feel like you have to do it for the game. Number one, will there be homes / shelters you can visit and have a look at what child / pet you'd like to adopt? Number two, will home births be an option, like in a bathtub on the bed? Oh my gosh, that would be so freaking cool. Going to the hospital's fun, yes, and having a birth at home is cool, but it's just weird for the baby to just pop up out of thin air. It would be cool to actually be able to interact with a bathtub or a bed or something and have it take place there. Leia on Twitter responds, hi, number one, I really want shelters to be implemented in the game, mostly because I want to bring awareness on this subject. I can't confirm anything yet, but I think that it would be really nice. Can't confirm either for the orphanage. She's expressing a lot of interest in this, especially after I want to bring awareness on this subject, so it could possibly be in the game in the end. But number two, we don't know yet, so we don't know anything about home births, but hopefully that becomes a thing eventually. Second to last, the next tweet comes from JustAPerson14 tweeting, Leia, will you be able to teach and train pets? Leia responds, this is the part of the gameplay that we want for pets. To be honest, I would love to be able to implement jobs for dogs. Yes! Okay, let me just calm down a bit. Oh my God. One of my favorite parts of The Sims 2 pets. Your dog could have a job and go to work. It is so freaking cool. I hope that this comes back in PARALIVES. Oh, Ray adds to the conversation, oh my God, so as in jobs, do you mean like emotional support animals or sniffer dogs? Leia responds, we wanted to have mental health in the game. Having an emotional support dog would be a nice touch. So I don't think Leia was actually talking about emotional support or sniffer dogs. I think maybe Leia was talking about something else, but I would also love to have emotional support dogs in the game. I have an emotional support dog. All right, guys, last but not least, Marie on Twitter tweets, PARALIVES, Alex, Leia, and Roxanne, thank you for your hard work on PARALIVES. I was wondering, will multitasking be possible in PARALIVES, like watching TV, eating and chatting with siblings at the same time? And Leia responds, that's what we are aiming for. Yes! Oh my gosh. We are pretty much gonna get everything we want with this game, guys. Like, we are getting fed. We are really getting fed the good stuff. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap up things for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you wanna binge Paralyzed content, there's a link pinned down in the comment section below. Click that. You can watch all my Paralyzed videos in one go. Yes, you can, only if you have the energy and the sanity to do so, because listening to my voice for a couple of hours will drive you insane. There's also a link to the Paralyzed Discord pinned in the comment section below as well. Make sure you join so that you can chat with other para people, para fans, whatever you want to call them. And of course, to send suggestions to the developers. Thank you to all the developers for all your hard work and everything that you do. Thank you for taking the time to respond to fan questions. You guys are amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I cannot say that enough. If you enjoyed this video, found it entertaining and informative, or both, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and add it to your favorites playlist right here on YouTube. Click the subscribe button today to become a supporter and ding the bell next to it to receive notifications for any type of future upload on the channel so that you can be a part of the notification squad. You can follow me on social media, links are down below. And I have merch. All the proceeds, 100% of them to be exact, are actually going to be donated to COVID-19 relief. So copy your Pixelade merch. I love you guys again for the millionth time, and I will see each and every one of you next time. So long, guys, and happy simming and happy Paralives playing.